All right, guys, welcome back for another track guide this week, and girls, sorry. Um, track guide this week from Winton. I quite like Winton. Nice, tight little track, so it's right up my alley. I don't know why I like these smaller, shorter, tighter tracks, but yeah, tend to work for me. No walls this week, so that's sort of a little bit handy. Stop you from bouncing off those and dropping out of the race nice and early. But I'll stop waffling here, and I'll get more underway. Just for your information, this is the first lap out after my out lap, and I think Jamie's running a 49 flat on the brake bias. I've run a 50.5. I tend to find a frontward brake bias sort of works for me a little bit more. It gets me a little bit more stability into the corner. You just have to jump on the brakes a little bit earlier. But yeah, we'll get underway here. So coming up the first corner here, guys, I'm up into fifth gear. I don't go into sixth gear. And as you can hear here, you'll see in the real life lap that yeah, I'll ping it out in fifth gear, just on the 100 here, maybe just after, just on that little road edge there. Yeah, you get under brakes from fifth back to fourth, back to third. Just tends to get you decelerating a lot quicker than what you normally would if you peak up into up into six. Sorry, you have to drop down the gears a lot quicker, and you've got more gears to go down. So yeah, staying in fifth, fourth, third, and then into this next left-hander and into the right-hander. I drop my front left tyre into the curb, just over that little red curb there, and then just over the little red curb on the right as well, going in, as you'll see here. So back down to fourth, back to third, just dropping it in there, and then just dropping it in there as well, just to get you a little bit more turn into the corners there. And it drops off a little bit of time, I've noticed. I got that little technique from Scott Gamble a couple of seasons ago, so you can go thank him. It's coming out of this corner here, guys. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you hit this curb here, but you don't want to hit this one on the right, so don't drift too on the left, sorry. So don't drift too far left, as you will get a lot of damage on the car. So coming up to the third right-hander here. So just between the 100 and the 50, probably pretty much right in the middle, basically. As you can see, I'm on the brakes there, but I'm just really lightly on the brakes. I start hitting them pretty much right in the middle. From fourth, back to third, back to second, into this next right-hander. Fourth, third, back to second. So you want to come from here, which is pretty much 3/4 of the track, all the way across. You don't want to come in early. You don't want to come across too late. You want to hit it pretty much mid-apex. This corner does have a lot of camber, so it will shoot you around and keep you not a lot of grip into the right-hander and keep you nice and tight there. So coming into that corner there, hold nice and tight. Accelerating out. Once we come out, it's not really a short shift. You want to accelerate out, but it's about 3/4 revs. You want to hit about third gear, using all the track drifting across left here to the red and white curb, as you'll keep a lot of grip there still, and same on the green there, as you will see, drifting right out there. So coming across into this next right-hander, you'll see me here, I'll drift a little bit wide. You want to get a little bit tighter than what I have. So you want to keep your right hand wheels nice and tight on this red and white curbing here. Probably try not to hit the grass, but yeah, just coming across on this sort of more of an angle around here, and not hitting the grass and keeping it nice and tight, and that'll get you a good run out of the corner. So as you can see here, I've gone a little bit wide there and shot out a little bit wide and lost the arse end, as you can see there. But this is another little tip for the track guide. I have lost it here, and I lose it a little bit later, but I still get a reasonably decent time. So if I kept it nice and smooth, probably could have got another tenth, maybe another 2/10 on my time, which is sort of food for thought, just to sort of figure out what you're doing with your lap time here. It's coming into this next left-hander here, past the 50 sign there, probably about between the 50 and that red curve on your left there. You want to get off the accelerator and keep it nice and tight into this next left-hander and out of the left-hander as well. You want to keep it nice and tight, maybe not flat, but maybe a car length out here where this blue car is, but nice and tight here, about a car length out, and then nice and tight again, because you want to drop your left-hand tyre into the curb on the way out, as you will see here. It's coming in nice and tight, about a car length out, coming around, and I haven't quite kept that as tight as what I want to. You just want to drop your tyre in just a little bit there, and then coming into this next right hand, just keep your right hand tyre, drop it in just over the red and white curb there, as you will see here. Just dropping it in there. So as you can hear there, I clicked it back to third, It's usually about where I'll click back to third because I want to get it back early so I don't have all these gears to go back down to into this next right-hander. As everyone knows at Winton, this next right-hander is make or break basically. If you can get this one right, you're going to knock a lot of time off your lap time, and really good for qualifying. So as I said, back to third. So as you'll hear, back to second, and then a late back to first, keeping it nice and tight as you can see there, nice and tight on the curb around here, and about where I am now, short shifting, and then easy on the accelerator as hard as you can, but out of this corner or the next left-hander. So nice and hard out here. Now, oh, a little bit forward there. All right, so up here, you want to keep about half to a full car length out from this next left-hander, just so you can come in and get that mid apex, but keeping on the accelerator just slightly, just to keep a bit of stability under the car, as you'll see here. So just in, keeping it nice and tight, but keeping on the accelerator, as you can hear there, just to get that grip and just get you out of that corner nice and stable, and yeah, a little bit of speed out of there. So into this next right-hander. So we're in second gear here. As you come in about here, so I get on the brakes about here, or off the accelerator, on the brakes just gradually. As I start coming in, I want to hit my first gear, a bit of a late apex, and keeping it nice and tight around the curb here, which I didn't do, and this is the other corner that I stuffed up. I've kept it a little bit wide and I've lost the arse end, but I've still got a half decent lap time, which is another pointer that I wanted to point out, that if you kept it nice and tight here and got a good run out of it, this could have been another 10th. So coming in, late shift down the gears there. I've swung it out wide, which is where you want to keep it nice and tight, and then powering out as hard as you can in second gear because it's a short shift through the right-hander there. It's coming down this little back straight here between the 100 and the 50, as you can see, off the accelerator there, under brakes, in a straight line down here, and then cutting in, not early, but like coming in so that you keep a nice tight apex. The apex is about here, and then accelerating out as there is a really wide curb, coming out of this next left-hander, as you'll see here. So from fourth, I think it is, all the way back to the second, keeping it nice and tight there. I probably could have come around a little bit more here before I hit the accelerator, but this worked for me. Didn't lose a lot of time. So just accelerating out of there as hard as you possibly can. Coming down this other little back straight here, onto the second last corner here. Pretty much right on the 100. I've fluffed around with a little bit. If you're overtaking, you can probably bombing under brakes. You can probably go a little bit later than the 100 just to get yourself up there. But yeah, for a quick lap time, you want to pretty much brake just lightly and then harder under brakes as you come up to the corner, just on the 100 here. So as you'll see there, I think I'm in fourth, back to third, back to second, coming in, hitting your apex, nice and tight, accelerating out as hard as you can, and then once again, this is just a straightforward corner onto the main straight, keeping it in second and just hugging that right apex there, guys. Look, I hope this helped. I try to put in as much detail. Let me know if I'm waffling. It feels like I'm talking too much, but look, guys, I hope that really helped. Leave us a thumbs up if it did. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to see or I've left anything out. But that's another one, and I hope to see you in the race soon. Cheers, guys.